If the Illuminati approached you, would you take it? All they ask of you is that you shave off the beard.
Mad. Wagwan peeps, it's Venom, what you saying? Alongside my home slice, damn to the Zane. When she and I get together on the poddy, ask anybody, the vibes are insane.
Join our family and feel free to come by. Be on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Yeah.
New drop on the way every Monday at 6.
Tune in and come see what we unpick. What's good, people? It's your boy Venom in the building. Welcome to the Unpicked podcast. I'm joined today, obviously, by my co-host, the one and only, my home slice, Dammy to the Zane.
The one and only. Hey, hello, hi, peeps.
But yeah, man, welcome back. We took a little break because I went on a honeymoon. I come back. Hopefully the tan is still there. But yeah, thank you for joining us. Show's gonna be, you know what I mean, a little bit spicy and that. We're going to be talking about and unpicking the conspiracy theories surrounding the Illuminati that have been going on since the late 90s. We're bringing it back, guys. So yeah, let me hand over to Dammy to the Zane.
Listen, I needed the break as well. I'm not even gonna lie. I needed the break, but we're happy to be back, and we're coming back bigger, badder than ever. Yeah, because guys, we're changing things up, okay? So expect new segments, new icebreakers. If you like it, let us know. And yeah, man, let's start with the first one, the icebreaker. The rules of the game are as such. I'm going to give you 5 questions. Multiple choice to make it easier. Yeah, you gotta see how many you can get right, and let's make make this interesting. Let's take it up a notch. Yeah, let's do a league table between you and I and potential future guests. Yeah, and at the end of this season, whoever's got the highest score between the two of us gets to set a dare or a bet of some sort, or a challenge rather, for the other person. And to make it interesting, we want it to be embarrassing. So if I win, I already know what I'm going to ask you to do.
Mad. Yeah, but that's already not fair because I don't know how far I can push it. If you're saying if you already know what you're going to say, I think you should have to say so I can come back with something that's equally...
No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that.
Why?
Because we need element of surprise. Where's the fun in that?
Okay.
We need element of surprise. So obviously nothing too crazy because... yeah, but it needs to be somewhat embarrassing. That's the thing. Because then we can record it as evidence that it was completed and then air it when we return in an episode. So you lot can see it as well. Because obviously you lot want to see whatever it is that the other person is doing. I don't want to talk too wicked and bad yet because...
that's what I'm saying.
If I lose...
that's what I'm saying.
If I lose... But essentially, these questions are for the culture, right? So hopefully you do get them right. Are you ready?
Nope, but let's go. My black card is on the line.
I mean, both of our black cards.
That's going to get revoked from the cookout. No longer invited.
May. You'll be all right. You'll survive.
Let's see.
Question 1. We're going to start. It's easy.
I'm very nervous, you know.
Do you know what? I know I'm going to be the same way. Next week when it's your turn when I'm in a hot seat.
It's because I know my black card is on the line. That's why.
It's all right. You'll be all right. It's not. These questions are hard.
I'm going to be on the road and people are just calling me Bounty. Okay.
Let's put it this way. I based it around things that I think you should know. So these questions are around like the stuff that you're into.
We'll see how into it I'm into.
All right. Let's go. Question number 1, yeah. What magazine did the Notorious B.I.G. used to read? A, Vogue. B,
The Source.
B, The Source. Or C, yes. Word Up.
It's The Source magazine. Yeah.
Is that your answer? Are you locking it in?
Yeah, I'm locking in The Source, yeah.
Are you being serious?
What did you say? What are the options?
Vogue, The Source, or Word Up?
Is it not The Source?
The answer is Word Up. It was all a dream.
Oh, snap. You know what? I'm going to have to search his lyrics because I swear he says something about The Source. But that's cool. Let's go.
Wait, I did the opening line right?
Yeah, I used to read. I used to read the Word Up magazine.
Salt and pepper and heavy D.
Yeah.
Thank you. Right. It's okay. You're nervous. It's all right. You're nervous.
Nah, I'm gonna Google it because I'm sure there's a biggie lyric about The Source. But carry on.
Well, mate, I mean, I went for the most popular song that everyone should know. So, okay, question 2. You can check that later. Come back to us.
I'm back.
All right. What year did Kendrick Lamar release Good Kid, Mad City?
Oh my lord. Yeah.
Is it A, 2011, B, 2012, or C, 2013?
And you're doing them all side by side, not like 2008, 2012, 2017. Wow.
You're a big Kendrick fan. You should know this.
Good Kid, Mad City.
Good Kid, Mad City.
2013.
You locking it in, yeah?
Yeah.
The answer is B, 2012.
Mad.
It's all right. You can still redeem yourself. Question 3. Dustin Henderson, Mike Wheeler, and Lucas Sinclair are characters from which Netflix original show? A, Stranger Things, B, Bloodline, or C, Lupin?
Lupin, you know. Stranger Things.
Correct.
Oh my god, that's funny. That's funny.
Dear. Question 4. Finally, you got a point. Congratulations. Question 4. The phrase "Bye Felicia" came from which movie? A, Waiting to Excel. Wait, let me not laugh.
You're doing a madness. Carry on.
B, Us, or C, Friday?
It came from Friday, but where? Yeah.
It was Friday. Waiting to Excel. I don't know. I think I made it bait. It's obviously not.
I know it's not that film with Whitney Houston, you know.
Last one. You should get this one. Get this one.
I should have got the first one. I just wasn't thinking lyrics. I wasn't thinking lyrics.
You should have. In Get Out, what was the name of the otherworld state black people were strapped in when their body were taken over? Yeah. A, the broken place, B, the sunken place, or C, the drunken place?
Sunken place.
Correct.
Correct. 3 out of 5. Come on.
3 out of 5. Do you know what? You started strong, you know.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I got my first two wrong, but...
Yeah. You was nervous. And
I was just thinking, I need to find this lyric, but I'll do it after. I'm sure he said something about The Source. Or maybe it's in the film. I don't know.
Everybody knows that lyric though.
Everybody knows that lyric,
so,
yeah.
I mean, yeah. But anyway, it's all right. Let me not talk too much. But you see how I gave you some easy ones. I gave you some hard ones. So please, I'm begging you, yeah, remember that when you're putting my questions together next week. No cheating. Because if you come for me, best believe I'm going to come for you in the following week. This guy.
Just remember that Kendrick question that you asked me, though, because that one, you're just taking the actual, yeah. So just remember that when you want to be complaining, just remember that. The rest of them...
Wait, hold on a second. So because of one question, Venom,
yeah,
you're going to move mad because of one question.
I'm saying just remember that question. That's all I'm saying.
Don't come and ask me what year did Drake, blah, 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 or Beyonce, blah, blah. I will not tell you.
Well, you better be researching from now. All of your favorites, boy.
Those are the only two that you know of that are my favorites.
Listen, anyone you ever mentioned is up for...
Just remember, I gave you some easy ones, innit? Venom, I got my tea right here. I can't tell you what's in it, though. I can't promise that it's just tea. You get me? But the next segment is literally called The Tea. There's been an update on the Murad situation.
Okay.
He was a guest on a British Black podcast.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say the name of the podcast, but let's just say...
I think I saw it. Yeah, I think I saw it.
But let's just say Black Twitter was pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
And the word on the street is that Black people need to stop giving other races platforms when they've done something to us, because it doesn't benefit anyone but them. Now, yeah, I saw the podcast episode myself, and Murad, I don't think he came across very well personally, because he got a grilling, boy. Like, this host went in, they were asking questions about like whether he is racist or not, and why does he think that it's okay to get involved in race play if he's not racist towards Black people. Like, how can you feel like it's okay to say those things in private, but on YouTube you want to be doing Black men, Black women advocate, make it make sense, right? And they also asked a lot, like poked holes in his story around, like, you're saying that you had to get out of a traumatic environment, but then you put yourself in a traumatic environment because he also said that he was being abused by his clients. Sorry. Whew. This tea is really
gassy.
That's a hint as to what's actually in this cup. But yeah, so like the host was poking holes, boy, and I watched it just to get the tea, legit, yeah. And I was like, oh, these questions are, I actually enjoyed it because I was like, he needs to hear what we have to say. And I feel like the host did a very good job of conveying the questions that we had on the TL.
Yeah.
But obviously, you know how Black people are. If we want, we know how to complain. So people are complaining. So I thought that was quite interesting, actually. And do you know what? I just remembered there was this other there's this other presenter, this Black girl. Again, I'm not going to say any names. But she did an interview with him as well. But she pulled her interview before it aired. And she was like, oh, she basically put out some apology that, I was gonna post it, but, you know, Murad's team didn't think it was appropriate, and, you know, I agree, so blah, blah, blah. And now people are saying, no, she just didn't want the smoke. She just didn't want the smoke.
I don't know. I kind of felt like he didn't need to do that interview or whatever, because he already kind of did a second video kind of saying, you know what, actually, my initial video was whack. I shouldn't have apologized and used my blog.
Yeah, I hear that.
I was like, cool.
No, but you know what? For me, yeah, he didn't need to be on. Do you know what? Let me be serious. I don't think that. I think the Black community needs to be moving like the Jewish community. Like, if you step out of line with anything to do with us, we're actually gonna cancel you for real. Like, it's done. So with that being said, he shouldn't have been on a Black platform. However, I do still think that presenter did a fantastic job at really probing this guy, because when I watched the whole episode, innit, and it came across to me like he was almost ridiculing his story, because he was like, yeah, cool, but you do realize that this comes across like that. This is the issue that people have with you. Like, it kind of felt like he was giving him a grilling, and I was satisfied to see him go through that grilling, because it made him have to explain things to a Black person. I don't know if, do you know what I mean? Like, it was like he had to answer these questions to a Black person in their face. And then, if anything, he went in places where he was trying to banter with the presenter and be like, oh, maybe we should work together on awareness of this. The presenter was like, it was so clear that he was like, no, I'm not about that life, innit? Like, it's not that type of show. This is not what we're trying to do here. I just want to...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it kind of felt like he was being ridiculed in the episode, but in a respectful way, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, you ask him that question, you grill him, because that's what, I wasn't satisfied with him doing his second video. Anyway, in other news, my babes was in the spotlight this week because him and 21 Savage have dropped their album. And personally, the album to me is It's not his best work. But I still love you, baby. And basically he dropped a line that allegedly is about Megan. Well, Megan took it to be about her anyway, where he was saying that she lied about getting shot. But she's still a stallion, right?
Yeah.
And Megan was like, I'm tired of these rappers talking about me, having something to say, you know, because I'm a woman. Of course, Black Twitter again was like, yeah, that's out of line. And then some people tried to say, no, he's talking about the female artists that try and lie that they've never had ass shots before.
Yeah.
When they have, and they try and lie that it's natural, and it's like, well, obviously it would have been a double, what's that word?
Double entendre.
That's it, because I can't pronounce it and I ain't going to try, given I've had what is in this cup. And so therefore, it was a big conversation. And I mean, my babes went and pissed off other people as well, to be fair. He
took shots at bare people.
Listen, but do you know who didn't come back with a shot? Kanye. Kanye was like, you know what? It's all love. Can we like leave that in the past?
Yeah, he said no.
I mean, obviously he's trying to do damage control because of, everything that he's been doing lately. But yeah, man. I'm going to still stand beside him. I'm still beside him. I'm going to stick beside my Drake. That's my baby.
Yeah, that's a sinking ship. Maybe not literally, but he's doing like some self defamation there with this album.
Yeah, but because it's Drake, yeah. This album apparently is set to be the biggest selling hip hop album of the year, numbers wise.
Yeah, but that's because both of them are just going after everybody. Have you seen what all the interviews?
So all this downfall that you're talking about, I don't think that's going to happen to Drake. Nope. Well. So anyway, that's the tea on that.
Have you seen?
I've seen what?
Emma K's latest video.
Have I seen Emma K's latest video?
About the electric blankets.
Listen, I've seen it about 1,000 times because I rewatched it bare times. Why? Because I'm a perv. That's
because
why.
Body Oddy.
Oh my days. It was more than Body Oddy. It was flesh.
It was flesh. In fact,
it was flesh.
That's the right word. It was flesh.
It's not the Body Oddy, it was the flesh.
Is hilarious. Hema is hilarious anyway.
I'm going to drop it over here so you lot can see what we talk about. So you can see what we talk about.
You need to see it. It's essentially a video, a parody video or a comedy video where she's talking about how cold it is and that she got an electric blanket. She gets in the blanket and then she's like giving it Ibiza. And then she gets back out and she's giving it, snowstorm because it's freezing.
Listen, the video is right here. Don't worry, it's right here. Don't worry. I got you right here.
When I tell you, I enjoy watching her content, but when I tell you, when she got in the bed, the amount I saw, I then said, am I even allowed to watch this video?
It was shocking. Do you know why it was shocking? Because she was fully dressed, head to toe, scarf, jacket, and then bang, bikini, bang, skin, flesh, and the hip movements that the pelvic thrust she was giving. I was like, yes, baby, come on, girl. And that girl's hot as well. She's got a nice body. So everything was...
Nah, for me, it wasn't any of that. It was one thing, yeah? And it was the fact that I could see the bomb from the front because of the angle and the...
Because of the angle and because of how little bikini she was wearing. Because as the bikini goes down into the triangle, the material was reducing. So you really saw the fold and... Anyway, the video's there in it.
Yeah,
so
you can see what... Yeah.
It was a lot, but I loved it. That's what made me rewatch it over and over again. I ain't gonna lie.
I can't talk too much about it, but yeah.
But yes, I have seen it. Seen it. Have you seen the TikTok videos and reels on this supposed romance, this rendezvous, this love, this situationship, this budding relationship between Drake and 21 Savage? Apparently, people think that Drake is in love.
I mean...
21, can you do something for me?
Hey. Can you do something for me? 21. Yeah? That's you being Drake, but and backing it up on 21. I've seen hella videos. Fruity videos,
Fruity. Yeah. And it didn't help because they did a series of interviews before they released the album, innit? And there was one interview where Drake was hella singing 21's praises, you know. You'd think, rah, like, you really are in love. You in love, babes.
Do you know, I'll give you another reason why I think people think he's in love with 21. It's because I personally, I don't even rate 21. I'm like, oh, this guy's dead. Like, he got a couple songs, as in I count on one hand that I'm like, oh, that's a banger. But I think he's dead. So, like, the way Drake is all like, oh, he's amazing. Like, I got to make an album with him. I'm like, what? All up in there, boy.
And gassing up his boo. Instead of him to be gassing me up. What the hell? Anyway, it's all right.
It's a lot.
It's all right. But now I've seen some fruity videos. Too many to count.
It's all the wrestling ones for me. The ring walks. Too much.
If you lot are trying to be cryptic and you're trying to tell us something,
I say you just do it, man. Just come out as
the
biggest selling
do you know what?
gay rap artist. Like, take it there.
There will be a lot of girls that will be upset, like me. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be very upset. I'll be very, very upset because I'm in love with you. But outside of that, yeah, I feel like, yeah, just let us know. Just put us out of our misery. Yeah. And you know what? In that same interview that I was talking about, yeah, I forget who did the interview with him. But he was talking, they asked him, would he ever settle down? Would he ever get married? And he said no. He said...
Who, Drake?
Yeah. He didn't say no. He was giving, like... He was explaining how, like, the dating world right now is very... All the stuff that we've said in previous episodes. Like, it was just pretty much like the dating scene right now. Like, there's so many options out there. Like, why do I need to have one woman when I can have many women that fulfill all the things that I want?
Yeah.
That's why he's never gonna marry me. That's why I'm single, guys. But it's okay.
Nah, I tell you why he ain't gonna marry you. 21.
I was about to get offended. Did you see my face? Did you see my face?
Unpicked.
This week, we finna unpick, is the Illuminati real?
Yes.
You remember about the Illuminati? Oh,
yeah.
You just straight up yes.
Yeah.
You remember them?
Do you wanna know how I know they're real? Yeah.
How you know?
Remember when you used to you throw the V's up in it, like you do
Yeah.
Hold on, let me use this hand because this hand I can't. I'll be doing it bare discombobulated. This hand I can do it straight up. You do the V like that, yeah, straight away. V side, and I used to do the D, yeah.
Oh yeah.
The D is an Illuminati sign, and they hollered at me.
Oh yeah, they reached out to you in the DMs.
Yeah.
So why didn't you?
Not even in the DMs. They knew where I lived, bruv.
Mad.
Someone slipped a card under my door.
Yeah.
And it was just like, join the Illuminati.
But then what? Did you join?
And when I flipped the card over, it said the D sign for Dami Zayn.
Mad.
And I said, I'm a child of God.
You should have joined the thing so we can have all the riches. You're not going to sacrifice your soul for us.
No, I said I'm a child of God.
Selfish, you know?
Yeah, no.
Okay, keeping our whole soul when we could be rich.
Listen. My soul belongs to Jesus Christ, who's my Lord and Savior. I'm a child of God. Say, do you know what I did?
There's something about that sentence here that actually takes me out every time. Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. It's just I don't know why it finishes me, but it does every time.
I'm a child of God. So, do you know what I did? I said exactly that, and I slid the card back through the other side of the door. Underneath, yeah. And I vowed to never use that sign again. And have you noticed I don't use it?
I've seen you don't use it.
That's the reason, bruv. They're real, guys. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to find out.
Yeah, because there's been, I think, like, the reason why this Illuminati conversation has come back to the fore, not that it's ever left for people who are, you know what I mean, the conspiracy theories are always out there, but I think the reason why it's become a part of popular culture again is because of the crazy things that have been happening recently right across the board, at least within the music industry.
Do you know what I love? I love the fact that they didn't take me seriously, because you know for damn sure that
what the hell?
You know for damn sure that
Oh my God. You ain't fooling nobody with that story, man. God damn. Wow.
Oh, I'm
Wow,
dying. It's the
wow,
way that you
wow.
just.
Well, I'm just like, yeah, so that was that story.
You said, are we moving on?
What we not finna do is pull out all the holes in that narrative. Right? Because the thing is, when you was telling the story, I'm all trying to visualize as well. And then I'm like, okay, so the card came through the door and you just pushed it. So when you opened the door, the card was just there, just chilling on the floor.
It disappeared, bruv.
Yes. Yeah.
I saw it with my own eyes. It just.
Your eyes.
It just.
All right. If you say so.
I
Damn.
can't take myself seriously, guys. I missed you guys. That's why I'm here talking nonsense. I have to say.
Talking Lulu.
Anyway, yeah. So let's say. Oh, that's so
Yeah, there was
funny.
there was a couple of things that you
that I saw.
brought to light. Yeah.
Nah, do you know what? I've always been suspicious that the Illuminati is a thing, innit? But then of recent, I don't know what sparked it. Like, I think it's just the algorithm on TikTok for me, because I think I entertained a video about Coolio and MJ, and then from there, my TikTok has been going crazy, talking about everyone's been trying to tell us, but we don't want to listen. Everyone's been cryptic. But yeah, apparently now they're after Kanye. That's why Kanye's in the doghouse. That's why he's cancelled on everywhere but Twitter. Because apparently he's trying to out them, and they're like, no.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the Kanye thing, it feels more powers that be, less Illuminati. But the Coolio thing, and then you pointed out the Doja Cat thing, those feel a bit more Illuminati, if you know what I mean.
Tell the people them about the Doja Cat thing.
The Doja Cat one, this is Dammy that spotted this. I didn't really notice it. Obviously, when she shaved her head, I was like, cool, she shaved her head. I didn't even realize she shaved her eyebrows. But then there was this video that was talking about how when you join the Illuminati, or when you reach certain levels or whatnot, you have to do like certain acts in order to progress. And there's one that's about embarrassment, and that apparently that's what this one was meant to be about, was like some embarrassment thing. And then she also had like some like cultish birthday party as well, which is like a significant birthday. I forgot what is that, 27? 27 club or
yeah, I think it was 27.
And
I mean, I don't know when 27 became a
supposed to be some significant number, because there was the video that I watched, it was also mentioning her birthday, and it was also mentioning Lil Uzi.
Yeah.
And the same age and stuff that he said. But then even more recent than that, I just saw the ID magazine, the newest cover with Stormzy. And it's not that I'm like, oh yeah, Stormzy's in the Illuminati. No. But the cover is literally him covering one eye. And I'm like, wait, like, what does this mean? Because like everyone does it. What does it mean?
The first time I do believe it's real, and I first believed it's real when it was Beyonce. It was Beyonce.
What was it with Beyonce?
Was it Single Ladies, around the Single Ladies time era, and Sweet Dream. Is it Sweet Dreams, Beautiful Nightmare? I can't remember the name of the song, but that's the lyric in there. Don't ask me a song title question, because I'll flop. I don't know the names of songs.
Don't worry about it.
I just know lyrics. I'm just saying.
Next week is next week.
Cheat.
Next week is next cheat.
But anyway, so yeah, because I know you're gonna cheat.
Just because you don't know the answer, you're calling me a cheat.
Yeah, that's what you do.
You're calling me a cheat because you don't know the answer.
You're gonna ask a question, You're going to purposely ask a question knowing I'm not going to know the answer. Whereas with me, I'm just like, let me just find some questions, la-di-da-di-da, for the culture.
So you're already blaming me because of your lack of knowledge in a week's time.
Anyway, we're going to move on, right? So, Beyonce, right? I can't afford to laugh. My chest is hurting me because we've laughed already too much. Beyonce, and I got really like, you know, when you go down a rabbit hole on YouTube, I was just going through this rabbit hole of like people dissecting her music videos, and Beyonce sold her soul to the devil, and you know, she's this cryptic stuff, and if you play her music backwards, this is what she's saying, and blah blah blah. Now, you know what? For me, I think the Illuminati does exist, but I don't know if the Illuminati is technically the occult and the whole devil worshipping. I feel like that's separate. I feel like the occult and the Illuminati are two separate things.
Right.
Because there's definitely societies.
Yeah,
there's definitely elitist societies that help each other out. And especially like in America, when they do like sororities and stuff like that, and you've got to do things to join or to prove your allegiance to the sorority. So I feel like it'll be probably the same thing, sort of ideology around any elitist group. Plus, I also heard that some, not just celebrities, can even be in the Illuminati. Like you can get like middle class people in the Illuminati. And I'll tell you a true story. This is not me. This is not my teacup making me bust too much jokes. This is a real story. So my dad was telling me about how like one of his because my parents live in a very affluent part of Essex. They live in a place where footballers used to live and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's very easy for me to like, maybe not now because I don't live there myself anymore, but when I was younger, you could be walking down the road or pop into somewhere and you could bump into a celebrity or bump into a footballer, right? And I remember my dad telling me a story about how I can't remember exactly how he got into conversation with this white guy, but this guy was wearing this ring and he was talking about how he's in this elitist group. My dad said it was the Illuminati, but I don't know. Is it African?
Oh, I think it's Freemasonry.
Or is it Freemason? Yeah. And that's another elitist group. And when I was younger, people used to misconstrue Freemason with Illuminati. To them, it was all the same, but it's not. It is a society. They do help each other out. You know, like if you've got a parent that's part of the Freemason and you're looking for a job, they can help you out. They can speak to their man them that's all wearing the ring. Do you know what I mean? Like there's, you know. So I do think that the Illuminati is a real thing amongst the real affluent people. Like I reckon the prime ministers are all part of it, presidents, everything. I think that is believable. As a Christian as well, for me, as much as I do believe that the Illuminati thing or Freemason or whatever is separate to the occult thing, but I do think that there is elements of what they do, like the ritual around it, can be considered as like witchcraft, devil worshipping, but they're technically two separate things. So when I was going down a rabbit hole of Beyonce and people were like, she's in the Illuminati, she's devil worshipping, I was like, And then I'm not gonna lie, I kind of stopped listening to Beyonce for a while because I was like, I'm a child of God, right? But then I started looking at stuff around MJ, Michael Jackson, and like his album covers and some of the cryptic stuff in his videos, which are all linked to like the guy that wrote this satanic book about how to what's the guy's name? I'm gonna pop it in the bottom when I remember it when I edit, but
not Salman Rushdie.
The name's gone. I'm not even gonna be able to tell you if that's the guy's name. Some old bold white guy who wrote this devil worshipping book, apparently, in the covers of MJ's albums and in his music videos as well, and certain like imagery that was associated with that practice. So I started thinking, okay, and then obviously there's videos resurfacing of MJ talking about the same sort of things that Kanye's talking about, which is how like there's an elitist group that don't want to support the black man or woman, and how like they're all at the top, and you know, basically comparing it to you might as well be selling your soul. And then there was the whole stuff about Cardi B saying, listen, if they told you that you were going to be successful, join us, join this cult, and we'll make sure that you're successful and you'll make bare peas. Would you be saying yes or would you be saying yes? Basically, like those are your two options.
I mean, this is the truth, though.
There's a lot there, yeah. So it's like, how can you not believe it? Like, all of these artists have said things on their own or done things separately that makes you think, yeah, it's got to be true, man. Then you got P. Diddy, all of a sudden now he's turned his life to Christ, all of a sudden.
But I mean, he says he's turned his life to Christ, but you have to look at the people's actions. So I was watching this interview today, right? Just to pull one point, this is more so about the Diddy thing than the overall Illuminati thing. But this Jewish guy was talking about the black community, mainly the Americans, and he was saying the problem with black people in comparison to Jews in how they handle themselves is we uplift black people who do actually nothing for our community, whereas Jews don't do that. So people who embarrass our community, his example was Magic Johnson, who's the basketballer who got really famous, slept with loads of women, caught AIDS, gave it to loads of people, and then is like the famous guy who's alive with AIDS, but he caught AIDS in a time where it was very much like, sorry, he caught HIV at a time where it was very much, you're going to die kind of thing. But obviously because of the advances in medicine, he's still here and he's still fine. But this guy in the interview was saying that black people basically uphold this guy like he's some hero, but he said, but he should be embarrassed. Like, he was just sleeping with women anyhow to the point where he caught this disease. So in their eyes, you can't uplift someone like that because he's not doing anything for the community. Now he might have done small as a consequence of his condition, but that's not who he is or who he was. So when you say, yeah, Diddy has turned his life to Christ, I'm like, okay, he may have, but I have Diddy on my Instagram. This guy's dating like 4 different women, just having them fighting each other. That's not Christ.
Fighting? Are they fighting?
Some of them are. Some of them are cool with it, but some of them are being catty, as I'd expect. Is he
actually dating? I thought he was only dating one girl. What's her name?
The way he's moving and the way these women are moving around him, it's clear that his actions are not Christ-like. So him to turn around and be like, I've turned my life to Christ, he ain't engaged to no one. So whatever he's doing ain't Christ-like. So, right? So that's my point, is we will allow people all of these concessions.
Yeah, you're right.
But it's not what it is.
You're right.
It's not what it is.
You're right. That's why I ain't dating. You know what I mean? Like, going forward, it's only me and my husband. Do you know what I mean?
Jeez.
Child of God. There's truth to it. I do think there's truth to it.
100%. It's logical. It's logical. Because if you are in the real money business, then you have to protect your wealth and your status. And the only way you can do that is by organizing yourself. People who have money also have friends who have money. It's not like, oh, I worked hard and now I've got money. No, it's a community-based exercise. See, having money, keeping money, keeping it circulating.
So this is why, 100%. But this is why I'm annoyed with Kanye. So you know the whole him saying what he said about the Jewish community and then going on Piers Morgan and basically explaining that the reason why he said it is because they're the ones that control the music industry and not writing fair contracts, and even the fashion industry as well. Like, they're just not writing fair contracts for people of color, and that, you know, he basically was like, when people say things about our community, it's okay, but the moment we say something about their community, it's like arms house, right? And I'm saying it in a nice way. He didn't really say it in that way because, you know, Kanye likes to talk in riddles, yeah. But that's essentially the message he was trying to give. My issue with Kanye is that Kanye boasts about being the richest black man ever.
Yeah, I mean, he's not anymore.
I mean, he never was. The richest black man is actually an African man. But we'll set that
I know. Yeah,
We'll set that aside. Kanye. So yeah, like, boasts about being, maybe we can argue, the richest in the game in terms of in that industry. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if Jay-Z's making more than him or whatever. But anyway. And why are you you're pandering to these other races when you've got enough coin for you and your peers to set a platform for your own people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%.
So you're here fighting with these other races, entering into contracts with them, doing whatever, and then you're now criticizing them for how they've treated you when you could have exited the game or used, it's all monopoly. You could have, he started the deals with Adidas and all that to get to a certain point, Balenciaga, all that, so that he can become the billionaire that he is, right?
Mm-hmm.
He could have used all of those deals and the money he's made from that to start up something for his own people. And don't do it in the way that Bad Boy did it, Shay to P. Diddy, where you're also even doing the same thing as what these lot are supposedly doing to you.
Mm-hmm,
but you're saying you're fighting for this. I'm fighting for my people. I'm fighting for us to have the same equality as everybody else. But you can create that equality for your own community because you've got enough capital to do that, right? And if he didn't talk so frivolously, he would have the backing of the majority of his peers to come together and do what needs to be done. And let's not forget that the last time we spoke about him, remember he did the White Lives Matter. So it's like 1 minute, like I said before last time, and I'm gonna say it again, you want to be doing, it's for my people, but it wasn't though, was it? Not really. Because to me, it comes across as an excuse. Do you know what I mean?
He does some unthinkable things.
It doesn't make sense. But my issue with it is, even if that is why you said what you said, cool. But you have the capital. You've got the capital, the popularity, the following to actually set something up for your own people where you don't even need them like that.
He just about has the capital now. But there's a lot of different theories as to why he acted in the way that he did. Because on the one hand, yes, he has been cancelled by, the media, and
but Elon Musk, because he's still tweeting,
and Gap has dropped him. I think he is still on Instagram, but I don't know if I think he's not been suspended from Instagram anymore, but he's not really been active on it like Twitter. However, if you go back like a month maybe before those comments, or maybe it's 2, you see a different narrative. But the thing is, with Kanye, he's so crazy in how he operates that it's very easy to forget like the timeline. But before this, he was like, I'm done with Gap. I'm done with Adidas. I'm fighting to get out of these contracts. And nothing was happening.
Yeah, I heard it was a political move he made.
Yeah, in this action, he's actually exited all the contracts that he wanted to get out of. So you never really know, like, did you do this knowingly, but try, you know what I mean? Because you can't do these things obviously, but in a way you kind of, he knew what he wanted to do. He's now in a position where he could do anything with his brands because they're no longer tied to these other entities. Adidas have already said that they're going to continue to sell Yeezy designed products without that branding. Whereas before, when it was still in contract, that wouldn't necessarily have been advantageous for them, one, and they might not even have had to like remove Yeezy because they had signed contracts to use that brand for 10 years. Now they're disassociating themselves with it because he's ruined the brand. So
I still stand by what I'm saying. Like, Kanye is one of the top selling hip hop artists and producers in our generation. And he used that to leverage his fashion career.
Yeah, of course.
He could have still done whatever he wanted to do with in that sense with Adidas, Gap, whatever, to forward his fashion career. But in terms of like the music side, he could have easily banded together with, like I said, Jay-Z and etc. To create a platform for the Black people that he says he's fighting for. And fair enough, he wasn't a billionaire at the time, but he had enough money to start a fashion brand. So he would have had enough money to start something for his peers. That's the point I'm trying to make.
No, I hear you.
And I feel like Kanye, I'm not disputing that the guy is flipping intelligent, and I do think Kanye is a genius. Like the way Kanye's mind works is not how the normal person's mind works. So it does make me think his IQ must be like crazy, must be mad, yeah. But I think that can't always be the excuse.
Yeah.
You know?
You can't be complaining about how white people are operating in your life when you're also making your
you're making your life
laying it
with
white people.
Because when did you see the Piers Morgan interview?
Oh yeah.
Right. So parts of that Piers Morgan interview, I don't like Piers, innit? Because
I'm not here for Piers.
And the reason why I don't like Piers is because Piers is, in my opinion, I don't think Piers likes our community. Let me put it that way. I don't want to call him out of his name, innit? I just don't think he likes our community.
I just think he's mad weird about Meghan.
But that's the reason why I don't think he likes our community. It's because of Meghan.
You think it's the whole community? He then puts it on all of us. His relationship with her,
onto Meghan,
or it's everything. Which way around is it? Is it he doesn't like our community and then he puts that onto Meghan, or he doesn't like Meghan and then he puts that onto our whole community? Which way around?
I think it's he doesn't like the community and he puts that onto Meghan. Because what's his real reason for not liking Meghan? Unless you're just bitter. Unless you're just bitter because she didn't want to date you. Which could also be true, because it might be that I'm just reading into it. But I just remember how offended he was when she accused the firm of being racist, and he was like, "That's preposterous." And I was like, bruv.
Yeah, you're not even living the life.
First of all, I don't like it when Caucasian people try and tell black people that they didn't experience a racial anything, because you don't know. You're not the one experiencing it. So keep your mouth shut. Just shut your mouth. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, so I don't like Piers. I just don't like him. I don't rate him at all. And that could be part of the reason why I felt some type of way with him interviewing Kanye. Because even when I watched him interview Andrew Tate, I got the same feeling. He doesn't listen to the answer of the question. He has his own agenda. Yeah. So what he does is he just follows his line of questioning. And I felt like, what I was saying earlier, that presenter on the other podcast show that interviewed Murad asked Murad questions, and it felt like a grilling. It felt like the presenter wanted Murad to know that we don't accept what you're saying. We think you're racist. That was the message I was getting through the line of questioning and how those questions were posed. I think with Piers, he did the similar thing with Kanye, same thing with Andrew Tate. I actually think that's his brand on his uncensored YouTube channel. Yeah. I feel like it's for him to be like, this is my opportunity to grill that person and let them know that I don't think their behavior is acceptable. And actually, I want them to see that. And I think I'm the person that can get them to see that. So it was almost like he wanted Kanye to like admit, I was wrong, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Kanye that was his agenda. Yeah.
Kanye weren't falling for the bait in the beginning. Even walked off the show, then came back because Kanye's mad dramatic like me. And then later on, Kanye was like, maybe I should have framed it differently. And then, of course, that reignited Piers' agenda, and Piers was like, so you do apologize. So you do regret it. Which pissed me off, because I was like, Kanye, you know what?
That annoyed me.
I would have preferred if Kanye just stayed wrong and strong, but that's because I'm petty as hell, right?
I'm saying.
But I'm sorry. Listen, guys, we're in season 3 now. You might as well know the truth. I'm petty. I would have preferred that Kanye had just not apologized.
No, for real, because
he could have apologized.
Only because of how the interview was going.
Exactly,
and he was like, but bruv, you're not asking me. You're not asking me. Why did I say that?
Exactly, because you just wanted.
And he still never did.
No, he just wanted to say to him, "Do you realize why you're wrong now? Do you realize why you're wrong now? Just because someone was racist to you doesn't mean, just because you've experienced racism doesn't mean that you should be racist to others." Blah 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 blah. And I'm not saying Kanye shouldn't apologize, because anything that is anti-Semitic is a no-no, but just not on Piers' show, because Piers thought he was that guy, and I didn't want him to get the satisfaction of feeling like he's that guy because I'm petty, guys. But I feel like I've veered off so much. But I feel like with Kanye, I feel bad. I feel bad for him because I know he's not happy and he does crazy things. But I just feel like Kanye, his intelligence doesn't absolve him from
Of course not.
whatever. I mean, another theory that people have is that they're trying to cancel Kanye because Kanye's he's revealed this Illuminati business, and they're like, boy, watch out, because Kanye's next on the list to disappear
Yeah, that's never gonna happen.
or
Like
pass.
Kanye's a different breed, and I think
What makes
so
him different? But what makes him different though? What do you
I'll
mean?
explain. So like when was it just before we went into lockdown? Anyway, when Chip and Stormzy were beefing,
Mm.
and then Chip baited out like, you try to bring Mandem to my yard, da 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 da. Like the way Chip set up his play was like, if I get touched, you already know who it is, like, because it's not that. And that's where Kanye is. Kanye is super illuminated. Like everybody knows. If something happens to Kanye, nah, bruv. This thing is 100% real. These men are on it. Because remember, every time he gets on the interview, man, naming names, showing this is a person that's trying to move mad to me. This is the person that's doing me. Like, he's just... So he's like the only person you can't touch.
He named names, but he didn't name names to peers. Yeah. So he hasn't actually named the specific...
He didn't name the specific people who he's
that
like...
that his tweet was aimed at, right?
Mm-hmm.
But... yeah, I think that I feel like he has tried to reveal something, whether it's the Illuminati or it's just how bad these contracts are for people of color, Black people. And he's trying to do one-man activism to change it. Right? It could be either or of those situations. It could be both. Two things can be true at once. But I do think that Kanye has enough gravitas, popularity, and money to create something for himself without him having to make those sort of comments or fight.
Oh, for sure. He never needed to make those comments, but I think he was trying to hurt the people who are unseen. But we have to also realize is how much power they must have. Like Kanye is not a solo entity. Kanye has been elevated by us and them because he's amazing. But he keeps going on about, prior to his comments, I'm the richest black man, da 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 da. But he ain't paying himself. Like, he's still being paid, if you know what I mean. Yeah, we're paying him via the Yeezys and buying the music, blah, blah. But there's still someone signing his check and paying him. And if those people are controlling him and that's who he's trying to fight, they're always going to have more resources than you. So that's why he ain't naming names, because...
I hear that.
If you want to take it there, like, then let's take it there. Do you know what I'm saying? You
then
can't...
Then he will really... Then let's call it spade. Then he'll really disappear. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
then
exactly.
Something will go down. Okay,
You can act big and bad until... you're trying to... Okay. That's the fight you're trying to bring. Okay.
Then they'll be like, oh, you thought I was feeling you? Sorry.
Mad.
If there's one thing I'm going to do, guys, is hit you with the one-liners. If the Illuminati approached you, would you take it?
I'll say, what's the deal, baby? Like, what's the deal? What I got to do? What am I getting?
If they were like, let's say in like a year from now, 2 years from now, podcast is really popping, making the squealies, the moolah. And they're like, yeah, we want to... what's the word when you join a sorority or something and you got
initiation?
Yeah, we want to initiate you. Thank you. It's the
you can keep blaming this drink,
this magic tea. Listen, guys, they want to initiate you into the team, yeah. And they're like, listen, they're offering you things you could never even dream of.
This is the whole point, isn't it?
Success that you know, but
The heights.
all they ask of you is that you shave off the beard.
Mad. You know why this is mad, yeah? Because
You did.
wait. Even my wife was saying this to me, yeah?
Yeah.
She was like, oh, we should go for some like couple castings, like for, you know, when, I mean, obviously it was a bigger thing in lockdown, but like a lot of agencies were like, oh yeah, we need real couples so that people ain't outside of their bubble and all of that shit. And all of that stuff. And then she was like, oh yeah, but you know, they might ask you to shave the beard. Like, what if the gig is like $6,000? Would you shave it? I was like, no, sorry, babe. No, I'm not shaving it for $6,000. She's like, what's 10 grand? I was like, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm actually not shaving. It doesn't matter what the number is until I feel like
name your price. Name your price. Think about it. Don't. No sentiment. Think about it.
But these man,
everyone's got
like all you gotta do. Yeah, calm.
All you have to do is shave off your beard.
Yeah, calm.
Yeah.
A Billy, easy.
Yeah, just fine.
Easy. If it's like just literally name your price, calm.
Oh my days.
Take that, Billy.
Talking about your beard, yeah. One of my boys, yeah, he's grown his beard out. I think I've probably mentioned this to you before, maybe off air. He's using oils and stuff, and his beard is connecting now, and he's getting gas because people are DMing him, going, "Oh my days, like, what do you use for your beard?" Yeah. So we were on FaceTime the other day, and he was like, "Dammy," because I was talking about, okay, my birthday's coming up, guys. Yeah. Subscribe for my birthday present. And I'm putting together a little something for the girls that are coming to my birthday. Because you know, like remember when we were young, you give your guests like a party pack.
I put a little.
I'm doing a little thing for my friends, yeah. And I was talking about some of the things that were in the pack, or some of the things I was thinking to buy. Because we're all black girls, and you know, real hair and that, and we've got to keep the tresses protected and all that business. Oh my gosh, my puff is bare. Okay, so for the tresses and that, yeah. So I was talking about hair bonnets and blah, blah, and he goes, oh my God, Dammy, will you get me a beard bonnet? And I was like, that's not a real thing. It can't be. I Googled it.
Yes,
guys, I want to know, yeah. Obviously, I'm not dating right now. I'm enjoying my single life. But when I'm ready to date again, I want to know, yeah. If when I wear my bonnet, can my bae wear his beard bonnet, please? That way we're matching.
That is wild. That's what is that goals? Are you trying to get that popping?
That's goals, because I like the bearded guys. So baby, because listen, my hair is thick and long, and I didn't get that way from not protecting my hair.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Silk
Pillowcase, satin, this, that. Listen, I'm all about, you know, moisture retention, baby. So I'm taking care of you, babes. We'll do a bit of skincare before we go to bed. I'll help you oil and mist the beard and all that. And then you wear your beard bonnet and I wear my hair bonnet. Are you down for that?
That is so mad, you know.
Are you down? Would you wear one?
So the thing is, my beard ain't like, it would annoy me. I mean, it's taken me all of my life to get to the point where I can wear pajama bottoms, because pajamas.
I mean, I didn't need to know. I didn't need to know all of that.
Oh, sorry. Well, I'm just gonna let the viewers know. You know, since we're talking about pajamas, I sleep naked, innit? Your boy sleeps starko. So
to be fair, guys. No, it's if a guy tells you that, it's okay. When a girl tells you that, it's a bit crazy. I wear close to bed. That's all you lot need to know.
Only this winter am I wearing clothes, because the heating is fully not on.
I got myself an electric blankie, so I didn't need to. Anyway, let me not talk.
Because Hema did the advertising for you.
No, I had it before because my parents got me one time ago.
Oh man!
And now that everyone's got one and they're rushing and the prices are sky high, and I've had mine for a couple of years now. Shout out, mum and dad. Always looking out for your girl and that. Listen, but yeah. I have an electric blankie, so if I want to sleep buck naked, I'm still gonna be warm.
Well, that's the thing, because my body warms up because it's used to being naked in the cold, if you know what I mean. But I couldn't wear a beard thing. No, that would annoy me. It would having something around my ear.
But you know, Venom, you know how your beard slowly has been growing over the last year. Those of you
Mad
original,
long. Let me show you the
listen,
length.
you originals that have been watching from day dot, yeah, you'd have noticed that Venom's beard now soon it's gonna be so out of frame. That's how long it's gonna be. It's gonna be out of the frame.
I have to wrap it around my neck and then.
Listen, you're gonna have to bring it, yeah, like do some fun like boating so that you can see the ends. But you would have a longer beard if you wore beard bonnet.
For real. But do you know what makes my beard grow the most? When I was on honeymoon, I definitely grew like at least 2 centimeters, man. Warm weather, sea water.
That's because we're black.
And then just my normal coconut oil.
I'm not even gonna say what I thought you was gonna say because
I know you can, boy. Maybe it was a bit of that too. Who knows?
I need to know. I need to know if you're thinking what I'm thinking.
I'm definitely thinking what you're thinking.
Well, are you sure?
Yeah.
Just a bit of. I'm a child of God.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, but doesn't mean I don't know about these worldly things. Okay, guys.
Well versed in the earth, yeah.
I just know about it. I don't know about well versed. Okay. I just know. You would join the Illuminati.
If it's a thing where I shave off the beard and this name my price, I'm there, guys. Come find, man. And you'll know if I shave my beard. But on a real note, if I have a child and they get to a mature age and they kind of like want to shave my beard, that's also the only other time I shave my beard.
That's cute. That's sweet. As for me, you already know. Because they already tried to initiate me and I slid the card back and I told them I'm a child of God. So I said no. So for me, I prefer to have my soul.
You didn't say anything about my soul. You didn't say anything about my soul.
What, joining the Illuminati?
Yeah. You said all I got to do is shave off my beard.
No, but once you join them, your soul is gone, bruv. It belongs to them. That's the whole point. They own you.
That's why I asked specifically, well, what I got to do? You got to say, you got to give them your soul.
I mean, no, but you still got to do an initiation. But after the initiation, they own your soul. That's the whole point of joining them in the first place.
Yeah, no.
As for me, no.
That's part of the price.
My God is an awesome God, he reigns. He's the one that owns my soul. That's it.
Yeah, on heaven and earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. Man's not
guys, let us know. Let us know in the comments.
Not giving his soul to anybody. That's a whole different price.
Guys, let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments. Name your price. For what price would you sell your soul to the Illuminati? Let us know. And let us know if you think they're real as well. I want to give a shout out to a new subscriber who joined the family whilst we were away.
Yeah.
Love to see it. And here's me forgetting the Addy. Crazy.
Bulletproof blouse.
There you go. Bulletproof blouse. Welcome. Hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you for coming by. And if you want a shout out like them, all you have to do is like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments. And we will see you next week. So until the next time, guys.
Peace.
Peace.